Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. The Hazleton Area High School held a roundtable discussion this morning between Pennsylvania Attorney General Michelle Henry and several high school students. The roundtable gave students the opportunity to voice concerns regarding gun violence in school and the impact it has on their mental health. Attorney General Henry told us more about the discussion.
Well, I'm really excited to be here. One of the things that we're here today to do primarily is to listen to these students. We've come to realize that gun violence is a reality, and these students grapple with it every single day, the trauma that's associated with it. And our goal today is really to hear from them. They're the future leaders of our community, and they can provide us with insight.
Hazleton is one of many school districts that Henry has recently visited with her youth violence prevention program, Safe to Say Something. One of the goals for the organization is to gather student feedback from visits like this and compile a report that can give guidance to other students, parents, and teachers who are experiencing issues from traumatic events.
Our hope is, after we are done here today, and we've been to several different schools, is really take all that information that we've learned from the students and compile a report with recommendations on how we can help, as I said, deal with this issue of gun violence and the impact and trauma that it has on students and how we can better support them with their mental health.
Henry told us that the Safe to Say Something program has already yielded a positive effect for students who use the resource.
What we have found is students are frequently using our Safe to Say program to report incidents of concerns about mental health, either their own or a friend of theirs. And so that's certainly highlighted how important this issue is and how much we need to listen to these students, learn from them, and support them.
High school senior Charles Marchetti said that he appreciates the Safe to Say Something program for reaching out to the students and giving them a voice.
I think we're all just hoping to feel like we're being heard at the end of the day. I think we all have differing opinions. We all have a variety of viewpoints. But I think that the most important thing is just that we all feel like we're being heard, that we feel like they're paying attention to us.
The roundtable discussion was held Wednesday morning at the Hazleton Area High School Library. If you would like to learn more about the Safe to Say Something program, you could visit their website at safetosaypa.org. Several area dive teams were called to the scene of a submerged vehicle on Tuesday. According to officials, crews were called to the area of Honey Hole Road and Silverleaf Drive around 2:15 p.m. Upon arrival, a Toyota Tundra was found submerged in Nescopeck Creek with no occupants within the vehicle. Crews then used chainsaws to clear a path so the vehicle could be removed by a towing company. The incident is currently under investigation by Pennsylvania State Park police officials. 2 men have been arrested following a drug bust in West Hazleton. West Hazleton police say they were investigating the sale and trafficking of crack cocaine in Luzerne County when they executed a search warrant in the 400 block of Winters Avenue on Saturday, December 9th. According to West Hazleton police, Eric Saunders and Joseph Roberts, both of West Hazleton, were suspects in the investigation prior to the search of the residence. During the search, police say they seized prepackaged crack cocaine and cash. They also intercepted a delivery of crack cocaine to the address. Saunders and Roberts have been charged with possession of a controlled substance with intent to deliver. The investigation is still ongoing, and police say additional charges are likely to be filed. The Luzerne County Council recognized one of their councilmen at a meeting on Tuesday as he concluded his time on the council. Tim McGinley, who has been serving with the Luzerne County Council since 2012, will be stepping down from his position at the end of the year. Following his departure, McGinley will begin serving on the Wyoming Valley West School Board. During the ceremony, the council took time to commemorate and pay respect to McGinley, who say that he was both a great councilperson and a great friend. McGinley says that he was honored to be recognized by the council.
Without question, to have this recognition by the people here, I really appreciate. It's 12 years that I've served, and many of these people have served a lot of time with me and been more than helpful. So it's a special night.
McGinley also told us about his start on the council and how it has evolved over the years.
That very first year, no one knew what the government would look like. We had 150 years of commissioner form of government, and all of a sudden we have home rule government. There were some guidelines, but there was a lot of work, a lot of detail that had to be done in order for the county to function, the government to function, and that took a lot of time and effort, and many people helped with that.
McGinley said he was satisfied with the impact that he has left on Luzerne County and that he wishes the best for the council moving forward.
You know, it's like anything else. I believe I have made an impact, but I think there's other people who can pick up the banner and move forward with it. And I'm very hopeful that the new council will be doing that. We've had very good councils over the years, and I think the next council will do their work and do very well.
McGinley left us with one last message for the council and the residents of Luzerne County.
One thing I'd like to say is thank you. Thank you for the people who recognized me today. Thank you for the residents I've served for 12 years. And I want to hope that everyone has a great holiday season.
The celebration for McGinley was held in the Luzerne County Courthouse Rotunda at 5 o'clock p.m. on Tuesday. Crews were called to the Days Inn in Wilkes-Barre for a report of a fire on Tuesday. According to officials, crews arrived at the hotel on the 700 block of Kidder Street for a fire alarm around 1 p.m. on Tuesday. The fire was only present in one room of the hotel and no one was hurt. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Coming up on WYLN News, the City of Hazleton announces free holiday parking beginning on Monday. Plus, 3 Carbon County students are named as winners in the annual drug-free calendar contest. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
My name is Owen, the marvelous Sunny.
Weather Kids is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Your health deserves a partner.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. 1224 presents a high-energy rock orchestra concert featuring holiday music as well as their own holiday creations. Inspired by the music and stage presentation of some of the world's greatest rock orchestras, this group delivers. See them at Hazleton Area High School, 1601 West 23rd Street in Hazel Township, Thursday, December 14th. Show starts at 7:30. Tickets are available at Boscov's at the door or online at wiltycenter.org and eventbrite.com. There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information. This holiday season, join WYLN for great holiday programming featuring Can Do Christmas, the Christ Lutheran Christmas Eve service, the Hazleton Philharmonic Symphony Orchestra, Sounds of the Season, Polka Connection, Ciao Bella Holiday Cooking, Holiday Baking with Jen Yamola, the Your Life Holiday Special, Chef Lou Christmas, Viewpoint with Santa, From Saint to Claus, Story of the First Noel, and more. Check our website at WYLNTV.com for a program schedule. WYLN, your home for the holidays station.
Welcome back to WYLN News. The City of Hazleton has announced that they will be offering free metered parking this holiday season. Effective Monday, December 18th, metered parking will be free throughout the city. The free parking will be available through Tuesday, January 2nd. PennDOT has announced that lane restrictions will be in effect on Interstate 80 eastbound and westbound this week due to utility work. The lane restrictions will run from the 262 Mountaintop Hazleton exit to the 273 Whitehaven Freeland exit. The work will take place on Wednesday, December 13th and Thursday, December 14th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. When encountering a work zone, drivers are reminded to drive the posted speed limit, turn on their headlights, and pay close attention to signs and flaggers. To learn more about conditions on major roadways, you could visit 511pa.com. 3 Carbon County students have been named as winners in the Office of the Attorney General's 27th Annual Drug-Free Calendar Contest. In October, 5th grade students from across the Commonwealth were encouraged to create an original piece of artwork illustrating a drug-free message. The winning 13 pieces of artwork were selected to appear in the 2024 calendar, which is circulated across the state as a means to educate the public about the dangers of drug abuse. Winners in our area include Catherine Deal from Lehighton Area Elementary Center, Manila Micro from Panther Valley Intermediate School, and Amelia Tubbs from S.S. Palmer Elementary School. The winners were selected from over 2,000 submissions that came from over 4,080 schools across the Commonwealth. The selected winners will receive a certificate along with a $529 contribution to their Pennsylvania 529 College Savings Program, which is supervised by the Pennsylvania Treasury Department. Nothing says the holidays like Christmas lights, and the Wilkes-Barre City Fire Department is kicking off the season with holiday lights at each of their 3 locations. The only question is, which station has the best lights? Your options are number 1, Headquarters, number 2, the South Station, or number 3, the Hollenbach Station. To vote on your favorite, you can visit the Wilkes-Barre City Fire Department Facebook page and comment with your pick. Coming up on Freeland's News Choice, Ryan Prosek is back on Let's Talk Sports. Plus, we toured the Gunderson Rehabilitation Center on this week's Wellness Wednesday. And stay right here on WLN. We'll be right back.
In preparation for the Christmas season, Antonia's Jewelry and Repair is filled with special collections for this season of joy. We offer a variety of watches, including Bulova. Fine diamond jewelry in yellow, white, and rose gold. Engagement rings that can be custom designed so it is one of a kind. Diamond anniversary bands, rings, pendants, earrings, and more. Full-service jewelry and watch repairs. Stop in to see Tony. Let her help you pick the perfect gift. Antonia's Jewelry and Repair, 289 Airport Road in Hazel Township.
Hey, did you know Wyln posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Jura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazleton, 570-454-7229.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
Welcome back to a Wednesday edition of Let's Talk Sports. We recap the 1 o'clock slate, the Philadelphia Eagles, and now we're going to get into the 4 p.m. slate and the Monday Night Football games. We're going to start off with Seattle and San Fran. Not much to say here. San Francisco securing the 28-16 victory. Everyone was getting involved for San Francisco, just like they were against Philadelphia. So Brock Purdy he was in the lead until the Dallas game. For the MVP race, it looks like it's going to come down to those two players, and I'll have some things to say about that when the award show comes around when they're getting ready to hand out those awards come January, February, because I have some opinions shared by many online, but anyway, it is what it is. Seattle looked flat and really dampened their playoff hopes there. We also had Buffalo at Kansas City. Kansas City's just falling apart. They had that epic play with Travis Kelce to Kadarius Toney, but Kadarius Toney lined up offsides, and it cost them the football game. Buffalo is now back in the thick of the playoff hunt, and they can make some noise as a wild card. I wouldn't want to play them as my first round game, no matter what team I am. Baltimore, Miami, Kansas City again. So Buffalo is on the up and looks fantastic, and we'll probably see them in the playoffs. We also have Denver at the Chargers. Speaking of another team we'll see in the playoffs, Denver wins 24-7. I got to give Sean Payton and Russell Wilson respect here. They turned their season around. They did suffer a tough defeat last week, but they rebounded from that as well. I mean, beating the Chargers isn't a hard task, especially when they lose Justin Herbert with a broken finger. He is done for the year, so looks like Brandon Staley is going to not be a head coach anymore, and I'm pretty sure Chargers fans are delighted by that, which goes to show you, especially with that one game a couple years back against the Raiders in overtime, you know exactly which game I am talking about. We already talked about Sunday night, so let's move into Monday night. We had the Miami Dolphins lose to the Tennessee Titans 28-27. Unbelievable stuff here. Will Levis had a game-winning drive. Mike Vrabel, I'll give him props. I know I've been tough on him, but that two-point conversion call won them the game. So I got to say, props to that, props to the staff. I mean, it didn't help for Miami that Tyreek Hill was hurt most of the game. He was sat about 2 quarters, came in the fourth, caught 2 balls on the one drive, and then he wasn't really heard from much after that. So it's tough for Miami, but it really solidifies Tyreek Hill's MVP case. I know I wasn't going to say I was going to talk about those 2 quarterbacks, but I think if unbiasedly, I'll mention it, it's Tyreek in my eyes. He's just so valuable to the offense. Then it's Dak, and then it's, I'd say, Brock Purdy or Christian McCaffrey. That's the debate I'm going to get into on a later note. So anyway, impressive win by the Titans. We also had Green Bay and the Giants. Tommy DeVito, the legacy grows. I mean, did you see what his agent was wearing on the sidelines? I mean, everyone's just all about it, and New York is falling in love with this kid, and they're winning football games with him. It's actually unbelievable. And Daniel Jones, I feel bad for the man because he got paid. He was supposed to be the franchise guy, and there's an undrafted guy making way more noise than him. But they put a little halt to the Green Bay Packers' playoff hopes with a big win for the Giants. A lot of draft stock hurting this weekend for everyone not named the Panthers or the Bears. But that does it for this edition of Let's Talk Sports. We'll be back on Thursday to preview Thursday Night Football. We have UFC this weekend. Looking forward to it. Should be a fantastic weekend for sports, and we'll see you then.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
The sisters at Holy Annunciation Monastery are in desperate need of newspaper for bedding for their horses. You can drop off your old newspapers at the monastery at 403 West County Road in Sugarloaf, Pennsylvania, or call them at 570-788-1205 for pickup.
Lehigh Valley Topper Cancer Institute brings the next level of cancer care to the greater Hazleton region. The new cancer center on the campus of Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton is now open and offers an advanced radiation therapy program, an expanded infusion suite with private treatment rooms, and the latest telemedicine technologies. The Cancer Center at LVH Hazleton, offering world-class cancer care closer to home. To learn more, visit lvhn.org/Hazleton Cancer Center.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update, posted daily between noon and 2 p.m. Powered by Lehigh Valley Health Network. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call Wyln News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@wylntv.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Hi, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I'm Lisa Marie, and we are here at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton on the 6th floor at the Gunderson Rehab Unit. And with me today are two of our directors here on the Gunderson Unit, Jennifer Kaminsky and Linda Napierkowski. Welcome, ladies.
Thanks.
Thank you. So we wanted you to know a little bit more about what we do here on our Gunderson Rehab Unit. I mean, we've been here quite some time. So Jennifer, give us a little background on what is the Gunderson Unit and how did it come about?
So the Gunderson Unit has actually been here since 1998 is when we first opened our doors. It is the Robert L. Gunderson Rehab Unit. Dr. Gunderson, as some of the folks out there may remember, was an orthopedic surgeon here in our community. So what he felt was he had a vision that these patients that were in the hospital, maybe for a surgery, for a longer stay, needed somewhere to go to rehab prior to returning home. So hence the rehab unit, where we offer physical, occupational, and speech therapy, along with 24-hour nursing care and 24-hour physician care.
Wonderful. So, we have a lot of therapy, and we also have nursing services on the same floor, because I'm sure patients who come here have both that they need at the same time, hence why
and dedicated therapy and dedicated nursing staff here to our unit.
Okay.
We are housed inside of the hospital, but we are considered a separate unit here, located on the 6th floor of the hospital here in Hazleton.
So we're going to take you for a little walk around and show you and give you a little bit more information on who qualifies to be on the Gunderson Unit, why, the different things that we do for you. So let's go to our next spot. Thank you.
Thanks.
So we are here in the gym, if you will. So tell us a little bit more about what the experience is for someone who's here.
So one might say, what do we do here at the Gunderson Rehab Center? The types of patients that we're seeing up here are maybe someone who just had a fall and has a broken hip requiring surgical repair. Maybe someone, unfortunately, has suffered a stroke. It's a patient who is debilitated, a patient that is requiring therapy. So we offer physical, occupational, and speech therapy here. One of our Medicare regulations in order to participate here in our rehab program is that the patient must be able to complete 3 hours of therapy a day. So that is one of our admission criteria. You must be able to complete that therapy. That 3 hours can be broken down between the 3 disciplines, as I had mentioned earlier: physical, occupational, and speech therapy if needed. Our program, for the majority of the people, the average length of stay here is about 14 to 16 days. Sometimes if patients are attaining their goals, they're able to go home a little bit sooner. If sometimes they're a little bit slower progressing towards their goals, they may need to go to an additional post-acute care service for additional therapy. Of course, our goal here at Gunderson is to get that patient home and functioning like they were doing before their injury. Sometimes it does take people a little bit longer to get back on their feet, to recover and get back home.
Sure, we're all different.
But our goal here is intensive therapy initially after your injury, so that we can get you back on your feet as soon as possible. We encourage family to come in. We encourage family training. We want the family involved in that patient's care. If they need to be educated on something new that the family is going to have to be doing when they go home, nursing will educate, therapy will educate. We have dietary up here. If there's new restrictions for their diet, we have a dietitian up here, and she will educate both the patient and the family on supplements that they may need to take. Just all, it's an interdisciplinary team approach.
Exactly.
We are always working together, and the patient's goals are our main focus. We want that patient to get better.
You know, this is really good information because a lot of people don't think like things change so much when you have a serious condition that occurs that you need. So the dietary, the interdisciplinary is really good to know that that's all there for them and their families, once again, because it's a whole new process for everyone involved.
Some patients may not be going home as they had been before their injury. But what we do here is we educate them and we teach them to work with, they may have a limitation when they leave here. But what we're trying to do is teach them how to continue to live and adapt so that they can, continue with everything that they were doing. Play with their grandchildren, open up presents with their grandchildren, those types of things. That's what we want those patients to get back to.
Right.
So through, as I said, the physical, the occupational, speech therapy, nursing interventions, dietary interventions, what we're doing is trying to get that patient back to as normal of a life as they possibly can since their injury, since their stroke, since their surgery, since their heart attack, since their car accident.
Yeah. So we'll move on to another area. That'll be great. Thanks.
Lisa.
So we are in another room on the Gunderson unit, and earlier you had mentioned about, the goal of getting someone home, doing the things they love to do, and being able to do that through the rehabilitation. So tell us about this room and what it's for.
So this is also another suite on the Gunderson Rehab unit. This is predominantly used by occupational therapy. So as we had mentioned before, our goal is to get you back home. What do you do at home? One of the biggest things you're doing at home is you're in your kitchen. You're functioning in your kitchen, you're doing meal preparation. So now after your injury, you may have to go home for a short time, say in a wheelchair. So how am I going to use the stove? So some of the adaptations that we were talking about is if you're sitting in a wheelchair level right now, how do you know if the water is boiling on the stove? So what you're doing is we have a mirror here. So as you're seated at the wheelchair level, you're able to see in the mirror that the water is boiling and now it's time to put whatever, it's, continue with your food prep. So that's another big piece that we do here. It's adaptations to make sure that you're safe and you're independent back at home. That is our goal here. So occupational therapy plays a big role in that with activities of daily living, with the cooking, the cleaning, washing clothes, those types of things. That it's just your daily routine. We try to show you adaptations, how to get back into that daily routine while you're here. Simply getting food out of a refrigerator, moving your walker so that you can open the refrigerator door, those types of things.
Reaching up into a cabinet and keeping your balance, that type of thing. Okay.
Exactly. Yes, now that you have a hip fracture, how are you keeping your balance while you're standing there reaching there?
Exactly.
So they're the types of things that will bring them down here. It's kind of, real life. It's not the exact setup at their home, but it's a simulation.
Absolutely.
So that they know they have the skills and the tools to apply once they do get home.
Well, thank you, ladies, so much for showing us this beautiful unit right here on the hospital on the 6th floor. Thank you for watching Wellness Wednesday.
Thank you.
And that does it for the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest news and updates on our YouTube, Facebook, or at our website at wylntv.com. Stay with us for a look at the weather.